and dwelling in paradise is forever. Paradise doesn't end. The Muslims, they are inside of paradise, they never exit. So compare forever to whatever temporary that you spend in the world. Think of us, our generation, this nation of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. The average span of a Muslim from the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam is 60 years, less than a century. In the previous generations, they used to live over 1,000 years. Like from the Prophet Nuh, the nation of the Prophet, they lived a long time. And so, it's mentioned that there was a Muslim from the of Prophet Nuh, from the time of Nuh, and she had a son that, I forget the exact amount of years, but it was like 300. And so she was grieving her dead son that had only lived 100 years. That subhanAllah died relatively young compared to only lived over 1,000 years. And so Nuh salam told her, what if I told you there will come a people that their average lifespan is 60 years? He said, I would lift my head to Jude. It's such a short time compared to 1,000 years. But 1,000 years compared to infinity is all time. 1,000 years compared to forever. 1,000 years on top of 1,000, on top of 1,000, on top of 1,000, on and on and on and on. Stopping. That's greater than the amount of time a person will spend on this earth. Or any individual, like Al-Khadir alayhi salam, according to the substantiating saying that he is number one prophet and two still alive. How many thousand years has he been? The time of Ibrahim. Ibrahim, he is the father of Ismail, the father of Ishaq, who is the father of Yaqub, who is the father of Yusuf, and Yusuf, he's the father of the 12 of Israel, and from that line came Moses. So some generations after the tribes of Israel, Moses came. How long was Moses? A long time. And then we that generations to get Prophet Ibrahim. Then Al-Khadir has been alive. So all those years forever is a short time. That's why the Muslim, when he has time, it's like he has everything. Because once he enters paradise, he never leaves. And even the 4 inches of space, 4 years, is about 4 years, I don't know. That fingers amount of space in paradise is bigger than this entire world and what's inside. That's why the Muslim, he has Islam, he has everything. Even if he is poor, if he starves, if he dies of hunger, if he gets killed and his family gets killed, or he gets tortured, even if he gets skinned alive, even if whatever happens in this world, it's going to end. And then after that, after death, it's everlasting bliss. Guaranteed the pious Muslim, 50 for the enormous Muslim. 50. Muslim who died with enormous on his soul, a 50 chance of not getting tortured. And he has a 50 chance of torture in the grave, 50 chance of getting tortured in hellfire. Think of any pain in this hardship and difficulty, it's not compared to any person that lives in a country or in a where there's hunters, even if they have seasons, bearable. People, it's unbearable. If it's in New York or if it's California or it's down south, Florida, or in a cool place, people get dehydrated, people die of heat, and they're just the earth. There's shade, you can water, you can light, you can have a fan, you can have AC. What about a place created only for torture? Everything about it, unbearable torture. The smell is unbearable. Some people walk into a place and it might seem a little stale, they can't bear it. They feel uncomfortable to leave this place. Some people in a place if it's not, let's say, cold, they feel like it's uncomfortable. They're used to comfort. So imagine hell, where everything is created to torture the senses, the mind, and the physical body. Certain pains in the world, if you live it, you feel like it's unbearable. There's some people are created this spine. Those people it feels like. It's not torture. That's compared to hell. So alhamdulillah that we are, and alhamdulillah that Allah Ta'ala has given access to knowledge. There is nothing more liberating or empowering than having knowledge that Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam taught. Because he is his creation, he's the one that we follow. Stand on that, knowing that who follows Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam will never be forsaken. He will never lose. The Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam is always in for that individual because he's the chosen one. He's the one chosen by Allah to have the great status amongst the nation. So you can complete yourself through following the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam without hesitation, and everything will be for you. So the only way to do it is the knowledge. And alhamdulillah, that is related. It's a good segue into number 4 from this great and amazing book. So much from the book. Some classes I had heard them before because in the 70s, Shaykh rahimahullah, he used to give in the mosque, and we are sitting in Musalla, Shaykh rahimahullah listen to the people. Imagine a scholar like someone like to bring in mind, someone like Shafi'i give class in the Musalla. You know, like you do, like you know the worth of, you know the value of that. Imagine someone like here, for example, weekly was giving a lesson in Musalla. Would anybody come? Or anybody that value of that come? No. So someone like Shaykh who that's the Shaykh of Shaykh, like that, giving a lesson like on the basis out of Musalla. So there were that at that time, Allah they benefit a lot, mashallah. They got blessings. A lot of them are alive. They could could tell you. People from they could tell you the blessings they got from them. Blessings on blessings. They recorded it on cassettes. Someone ties the cassette, like this one lesson, the transcript of the lesson and the recording. SubhanAllah, so impactful, beautiful, and the way he talks about the subject was for the people and fusha in a way that the lay Muslim can understand. MashaAllah, a great blessing. And for this to be available in English is a great blessing for those that don't have access to Arabic. So this book going on with Jami'ul collection of goodness. One, we got to number 4, which is 28 for that's following, titled "The Encouragement of Seeking the Knowledge of Ahlul Sunnah," which in Arabic is Al-Hath ala Talab Ilmi Ahli Sunnah. Alhamdulillah. One who knows, for example, the worth and value of Shaykh and the great service that he did to the nation, is giving knowledge. And that's the amazing things and great things about him, is he was sincere. So yeah, he didn't have, let's say, the agenda. He taught any, gave anybody information. He wasn't gatekeeping, like how people nowadays. He wasn't gatekeeping. He wasn't saying to people, "No, I'm gonna give you this information, even though I'm not gonna tell you this, because I want to be the one that, but you call the key. I want to be the one that you call, control the narrative. And only if I select you, if I like you, only if I approve of you, then you'll get knowledge. And if I approve of you, or if you go the wrong way, then I'm going to the of you." Not like that. He would teach kids. He would teach the driver. When he was a doctor, he was a doctor. And this is the knowledge of paradise. No charge, no anything. So yeah, the encouragement of knowledge of Ahlul Sunnah, aspect of getting the person motivated to get the knowledge. Because that's how you yourself, and that's how you become a pious person. That's the only way you can become a pious person, and we're obligated to. Not only just the compassion and the emotional aspect of caring for people, it's also an obligation. We have to obey Allah. And how can we obey Allah if you're ignorant? And the one who knows, how can he, for example, be considered that he's falling short when he has knowledge, and there's people that don't know it and he's teaching it to them? You're looking at it from that aspect. Otherwise, he can write the 6 books, continuous word for word, to a select group of people that are specialized in that knowledge. Instead, he chose to sit with the lay and go over basic knowledge, because that's what will save them. This was given by active Shaykh, the son of Ahmad al-Abd. May Allah have upon him. Is about encouragement to seek the knowledge of Ahlul Sunnah, especially the knowledge of the Lord. Was heard from Allah by Shaykh Abdul Razak, son of Muhammad al-Sharif, rahimahullah. He passed away now, isn't it 2 years now? Rahimahullah. Did have the virtue of some knowledge directly from him, because there was a certain time period during school or during university where students, they had a special program. It was like intensive seminars just for the students that they stayed in the dorms. So the classroom just for the students. It was like a long, expensive seminar. All the sheikhs, and they all had presentations, videos, PowerPoints, PowerPoint, the refutation of what they call theory of evolution, the PowerPoint for the steps taken that for. They had PowerPoint for showing contradictions in the Bible and refuting Christianity, all of course. And so among that program is times as Razak, rahimahullah, he read to us a letter that he wrote down to the Shaykh. So we got mashallah, very humble, special, and judged him highest Muslim. And also heard by Shaykh the Salami al-Qadi, hafidhahullah wa nafa'a bihi. If you know Shaykh, then you know. If you know Shaykh Nabi the Salami Muhammad al-Sharif, hafidhahullah, Jamil the Muhammad Halim, Muhammad Mustafa, may Allah protect us, mercy upon us, and benefit us from their blessings. These are men, honestly, as a student of knowledge and a knowing what I have and what I experience, imagine having a relationship with a wali, and you love and you have with him, or you wake up very fajr with him, watch him do and do a lesson, you have a question, you want to know something, then Google. It's a breathing in front of you. They used to tell stories at Shaykh rahimahullah that like the imams, they were like big imams, big sheikhs, wherever they're from. Like they're the mufti, they're the head of the sheikh where they live. And they had these questions that they went over the world to find out the answer to these questions. And find the answer. Someone told them, you have no choice except to go to Abdullah. Abdullah? Who's that? They asked around until they found out. He's in Beirut. They go to Beirut. Yes, they request an audience. Of course, they come in. They say, SubhanAllah, we heard about you and these questions we've all around the world. We can the answer. We have it down. So if you want, I can give you a comment, then you can take time. You can get back to us with the answers. And Shaykh said, no, right now. They were shocked. Floored. He goes down, asks the question on the list, and he's saying, book of the big, and he's referencing these, and he's giving reasoning behind it, and etc. All taken scholars, and they're sitting there. First time, how many looking for these to do was go Shaykh rahimahullah. These men that are here, they're a lot in this. They were amongst students of Allah, always got a lot of blessings. You know, Wali gives some food and how many people? A Wali at you with a look, there's a special look. Just by looking at you, you get these special blessings of Allah. That's something. Let's say something that told you to do it, he'll tell you, go to this and such place and make wudu and there, for example. Go here and make this money and such. Imagine if he told you to do something, you didn't do it. It's a sign of sin. SubhanAllah. Persons of I don't know why they used to invent these things themselves. Like even like we were on that subject. This was like a long time ago. First started learning, but he was like very strange. SubhanAllah. But he's talking to himself. And one time, when Allah, and I asked him, I wanted to go to such and such place on my motorcycle. And I asked Shaykh, do I do this? Do I do this? And Shaykh, don't do it. And then, literally, and I wasn't like asking a question, time that he disobeyed or why just from his giving expression this. Yeah, and she told me not to go. I still went. And he said, I should because the motorcycle Allah. SubhanAllah. Scary. If he tells you, and not only that, it wasn't what he told him to do, like, or not to do, just like, and he told him. He came, what he asked him, he can't counsel for me. He told him what to do, and he went to it. Those that they, a wali what to do, and they know exactly what he told them. How many blessings they did. Now, of us that Shaykh, we see it's like so obvious. All of them. And strong change. Allah, may Allah have mercy. Said all praise due to Allah, Lord of the world. It's written here. I prefer the universe because it's a combination of Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, and Alameen is a plural of Al-Alam, kullu ma siwa, in the universe. But you say world because it really realms. You say world, what is that? Worlds. And you say the world of the world of that realm, the world of him. The meaning. The alam, anything other than Allah. So Allah is the Lord of all the creation of the universe. To him the endowments and commendation. May Allah raise the rank of our Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam and his Muslim relatives and protection that which the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam is for it. Thereafter, indeed, Allah encourages slaves to acquire something that is undeniable for anyone who studies the Quran, the Hadith, lifestyle of companions and prophets sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Many confirmed authentic hadith that specifically talk about the Prophet alaihi salatu was sent as a teacher. And his hadith mentioned many times. Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam walked into the mosque. A group of companions saying La ilaha illallah and subhanallah. Another group reviewing. They learned from the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And the Prophet alaihi wasallam, he said, those are and those are. But then إنما the Prophet he made it clear that he favored, and the Prophet favored the ones who were reviewing knowledge, even though he judgment both are good. He's praising them, but he figured which one is better? Doing the knowledge. Among the proofs of Allah Ta'ala revealed the honorable Quran in the chapter Taha, the verse begins and says, Muhammad, oh my, increase me knowledge. This is because the knowledge is among the deeds. The knowledge pertaining to knowing Allah, knowledge pertaining to knowing the messenger of Allah, knowledge pertaining to the matters of religion, the best knowledge. So it's better than engineering, being a lawyer, doctor, any secular knowledge. Because you can be illiterate and still be a scholar. Because you can memorize. Scholarship in Islam is actually known. Not like in the secular world, people that have PhDs and the people at universities or people at the college. Do they have any update on information, or is it just the people reading books and that person, supposedly explains that book, making stuff up, they make stuff up, and they give each other prizes and medals. Oh, this person, look what he made up. It's groundbreaking. Imagination. SubhanAllah. So-called scientists and people. But anyway, the beneficial, the secular knowledge can be beneficial, but the point here is the knowledge pertaining to creed, the knowledge pertaining to the rules of Islam, greater than secular knowledge. So, meaning, even if you don't have a degree, even if you go to elementary school, but you know the meaning of hadith, you know the ayat, you know knowledge, that's for example, knowing how to read and knowing the secular, being ignorant of religion. If you can, knowledgeable in both, that's also knowledge pertaining to knowing Allah and knowing the messenger is the basis of the religion. The knowledge of the Islam does not occur except that. Hence, the one who knows Allah and His messenger, sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, it is obligatory to know that such a person is a Muslim, a believer, a Muslim and a mu'min. So the term Muslim means someone who submit to Allah and that He's the creator, like the creation, that He judged correct, and whatever an obligation, that's what it is. Forbade, that it is. And they men, it means someone who has the firm belief in that. So a person is a mu'min and a mu'min is a Muslim. And in their life, stomach back. They're like two sides of a coin. They're like the two of a bird. A Muslim is a mu'min, a mu'min is a Muslim. He is a Muslim and called a believer. If he dies on the belief, he inevitably enters paradise. Knowing Allah is firmly that Allah exists without resembling of the creation. So, without resembling Him to any creations, be without resembling creations. As I've heard, resembling, it is it's something that doesn't have a contract. Our Lord exists without similar to the creations in any way. Everything that we see in volume, either a big volume or a small volume or a mid-sized volume, between small big. A volume is size, quantity, amount. The human has a size, mustard seed has a size, mountain has a size, the sun has a size. Likewise, the moon and the stars have specific sizes. Every star has a size, the sky has a size, the throne has a size, it is the largest size. Allah did not create a size bigger than it, and had he created a size bigger than it. However, he did not will to create a size bigger than the throne. Allah is not like that. Neither a small volume, nor a large volume, nor a mid volume between the small and large volume. Allah. That's a lot of repetition. That was his. So the person to the class is in their head. And you don't have to be like what they say IQ, understand. You can be someone that didn't go to school, or someone that many people like in some countries didn't have the ability to go to school. So work trade or a skill that their has done. They bake or they know carpenter like that. They didn't go to school. Just know that. Do that. Understand that. You don't have to have a diploma. Furthermore, the volume, either a palpable volume or an impalpable volume. Palpable volume is something that is grasped with the hand. And impalpable volume is something that cannot be grasped with the hand, light, darkness, and wind. God is neither like a palpable volume nor like a palpable volume. The palpable volume and the impalpable volume do not exist and walk with them. That's as the English is a type cross out palpable after impalpable. And so everything that size or amount or a has a beginning. This is page 29 and it's in the second paragraph, line 6, fourth from the left. As impalpable volume, palpable is so this is an issue where how to always know you this position in the conversation that your point will always be superior. It is whether you're talking ahead, whether you're talking Christian, whether you're talking an atheist, whether you're talking Jew. Every creation has a beginning. Nobody can deny. We can try to argue about it. So that's the creation of Sunnah. So, and Allah, the creator of the universe, has to be blind judge. He has to be attributed with no beginning. By definition, he had a beginning, then he would be creation. And he's the creator. So whatever has a beginning cannot be the creator. This shows how deep the division of the Christian is. No matter what you say, Jesus is God because of the beginning. He was born. He grew up. He died. And you claim that he died. Now, they still praise God. This is an extreme level of division because of time. However, Allah exists without having a beginning to his existence. Eternity, the beginning, nothing existed except Allah. Allah existed at a time before space and before the directions below and behind and left. God existed before light and darkness. He existed without a place. Before God created the place did not exist. Likewise, these directions exist before God created them. This is why Allah exists in a place without a direction because God does not change. So keep short with the way. They're going to say, Imam, Ash-Shari, they're going to say, the names that are but are Imam. They're going to say names. And they're going to try and say even Ahmad, and they're going to say Ahmad, try to say this, that. even say like, oh, that's a lie. The chain not confirmed because of the case. A lie, straight up out, saying that I said this and he never said it. And one sure you can know that whoever is a Catholic, regardless of who they are, and it's our master, he has been validated by the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. For sure he's not a Catholic, so for sure he's saved. But, so without you going into that, you just keep on. Doesn't they say one word? Yes, it does. Just one word. If you can manage to say yes to that, then that's it. But even that they would rather, someone say, they would rather count and each and say yes to that. They would rather that. They would rather move from the beach from one place to another, piece by piece with tweezers, and say yes to that. Because if they say yes, that's it. The next thing is Allah change. Because that's was saying Allah is above the throne. They say, does the throne have a being? They have to say yes. Even if they don't say it, they have to say it. And by saying it, admitting that before Allah created the throne existed without, and that's what we are saying. That Allah is at a place because it was in the beginning. God does not dwell above the throne, which is the high direction of above, in the seventh, which is the direction below. God is not residing in any of it. The throne is the angel. I just want to check to see it. Yeah. There are angels which knows their number except God. They circumambulate the throne as the Muslims amongst the human and the jinn circumambulate around the Kaaba, which is in Mecca. Circumambulate around the circle. So there's angels that their number is so large that no one knows how many there are except Allah, that are going around the Arsh. Like Muslims make tawaf. The Muslims make tawaf. Like an amazing sight, all those millions of people going to the Kaaba, doing an act of worship, and you see moving slowly, like a body, wave, an ocean of people. Now imagine like times a billion angels going around the Arsh. There's a verse in the Quran. So those angels, they are on the throne like the Muslims amongst the human jinn go around the Kaaba, which is Mecca, which is the direction of the prayer of Muslims. Likewise, angels that are above there at the throne is their qibla. So when it's time for them to pray, when it's time for the angels to pray, face the throne. Face the Kaaba, face the Arsh. And it's also that they sujood on the Arsh. And Allah, what and how that happened, the actual Arsh is like, but for it's not shared. It's not like that. It's more like rectangular. Allah is not residing on the throne nor in the Kaaba. Whoever says that Allah is in the direction above on the throne, that is, that He is residing upon it, on it, such a person is ignorant and non-Muslim and does not know God. It is not possible to believe and imagine that God is residing on the throne as the Wahhabis say. Now nowadays, and this is very strange, I understand why, but nowadays when them that such a person is not because they believe that Allah is sitting on the throne. You will have now, they will deny that. They say, don't say that Allah is sitting on the throne. So that type of Wahhabi, he is an ignorant one. He's ignorant of what the Wahhabi figures that they used to say. Like the grandson of their leader, Muhammad ibn Wahhab, the one who started the Wahhabi movement, the one who his own warned against his own Muslim parent was angry at him and said, look at this, you will see evil that will come from my son. His own brother wrote against him and tried to have him assassinated. Failed because his brother Shaykh Muhammad and Shaykh Sulaiman highest Muslim. So, the grandson Muhammad ibn Abdul wrote a book and talked about like the Wahhabi and what they explicitly, and he said the meaning of sawa is sitting. He said وما معنى السواء إلا الجلوس. He used julus. That is a creed. Even though they try to kind of move away from that, they say just is above or established. Which, if you have some sense, you would know it's saying the thing. You say sitting or established or above, I mean in the physical sense, still like Allah to the person who is saying that Allah is Allah does not resemble the creation in any way. Creation is either or still, or moving at times and at other times. So Allah is not like that. He is not imagined that He is moving, nor is imagined He is still. Belief is the truth. One who goes against is misguided. Because movement and stillness, since they are creation, they are a full state of a creation. They don't apply to God. They don't apply because it moves creation. Whatever is still is a creation. Because movement and that was to it. It was to happen to it. In the honorable there is a verse. Surah Al-Shura, verse 11. The verse means Allah is not any of His creation. Explicit, absolute, and unrestricted, and bear like the meaning. He bears that one. The one who learns the knowledge of Sunnah, learns knowledge and what is halal, lawful, and haram, prohibited, and ignorance that, and he was in this state in his youth, Allah His mercy in the hereafter. So special message to the youth, the Shaykh, Allah, and he spoke to the audience. So it appears that some young Muslims in his audience, he gave that special information. Because guess what? The mentality of most youth is that they think they still have time. And so they put their life in a way where they make bad decisions, thinking that when they're old, they'll make up. But many young people that they die just from a heart attack, car accident, getting killed, something. Their heart stop beating. At first, the Shaykh, I feel one of the Shaykhs, but at first learning, I became attached to because of his style. It's so appealing to the mind and the heart at the same time. These intelligent super still any influence and initiation. But and he does like some lighthearted too. Calling one lesson that he was talking about how your next moment is guaranteed, tomorrow's not guaranteed, the future's not guaranteed. Take advantage of right now and don't importance in matters, and like having a car or married or having stuff like that. He told me, he said about one Muslim girl, or not a Muslim girl, but one person, I don't know if they're, but they had gotten married, and you know how some places when they get married, they drive on a car. They get a car, and they drive on a car. And so he said, just right, she got married, and she was in the car, and he said, "Sayara out," meaning her and the car, they went ablaze. They fired both of them. I wasn't saying it like, but it just sounded funny when he said it. And the Lebanese, well, so the message for the youth is that you have a lot of time and know that the spiritual virtue, Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam for the youth, he said, Allah has His mercy on the hereafter. He will protect them from the heat of the sun. The sun on judgment is severe. Today, the sun is far away from the people, a large distance away. On judgment day, the sun will be close to the heads of the people, the distance of a mile. That is the distance of approximately half an hour. A Muslim up in obedience to Allah, Allah will protect him from the heat of the sun on that day. He will be under the shade of the throne. He will not be stricken with fatigue or difficulty. As for other people, they will suffer from the heat of the sun. The one among the Muslims, his sweat from his body and flow around his body. The non-Muslims, their sweat will reach their mouths from the foot to the mouth, and the sweat of each person will not spill over to another. Allah protects the young adult who is in obedience to Him, the creed of Ahlul Sunnah, from the heat of that day. Because there's a famous hadith, سبعة ظلهم في ظل يوم ظل إلا ظله, which means there are 7 types of people, 7 types of Muslims, that they will be shaded by the shade of the throne judgment day, on which there will be no shade except that shade. So there's 7 types, and it's not restricted to the, but those are that are mentioned in specific narration. And among the is mentioned شاب في طاعة الله, a young person that was raised in obedience to Allah. And one of the Shaykh said about him, his name is Shaykh Sulaiman, and Allah protect him. He said about him, شاب في طاعة الله. There was 12 years old, he was learning from him. He was an obedient. That's a good information for the young. Don't think, I'm young now, commit sins now, I'm going to do, I'm young, I'm going to do life, I'm young. Rise and you open, and now you're 30 or 40, 50 or 60, and now you have your situation at the time that you did, and the opportunity you had to get better, but instead of that, obedience to Allah, you use it to fulfill all desires. The non-Muslim, God protects the adult who is obedience to Him, the creed of Ahlul Sunnah, from on that day. The non-Muslim, because of the extreme of the sun, if there was death in the hereafter, he would have died, but he will not die. So that all those people, whether they're Muslim or amongst Muslims, that they die. Is what their experience, what they're going through life, it's painful and it hurts. So then they die. And so the Muslim whose experience should even commit suicide, he wants to die because he fears for his situation, etc. Is a scenario you can to die when you hear that your situation will deteriorate. And so you'll have a worse situation. As right before that happens, you wish that you would die, but you didn't die in a bad situation. So in that case, who died with a status, then he's free now. His gone. He won't be feeling the depression anymore because he's a Muslim. So it's over. But in the hereafter, the evildoers, unjust, and the Muslims in a bed death, in a bed will not die. Be grateful to Allah that facilitated for you someone that teaches you the creed of Sunnah in this time, in which there exists in this land those who teach the opposite. So that's the Shaykh saying, to Allah, that Allah has given you access to someone like Shaykh, teach you this knowledge, you can learn the knowledge in this time, and in this time of the world, this time on earth, where there's ignorance, there's a lot of evil, and in the lands we're talking about they have schools, and about to hear this shocking and crazy and blast that they would. Anyway, he's gonna start those schools that those teach. He said, this time which there exists in this land, those who teach the opposite. In schools claim to be schools, they teach the opposite of the Muslim's creed. In some of them, they draw children, they draw for children, claiming it is Allah. So in the Islamic school, they'll have the Islamic elementary, and in the book they would have on a picture of something, and they say this is Allah. A body singing on a tree, swaying on the branch. Read that in Arabic. That could be that would be obscure. It says, في مدارس تدعي أنها مدارس إسلامية يعلمون خلاف عقيدة المسلمين، في بعضها يصورون الله لهم كأن جسم يغني الشجر ويثنى الأبصار. أعوذ بالله. And it says that in some Islamic schools, they draw a picture, something like a body, singing on a tree, swaying on the branches. Somebody teaching that, is claiming that in Islamic school. This is what they teach them. The one who is raised on this and dies on this will be pulled on judgment with the non-Muslim, not with the Muslim. And he enters the end of the non-Muslim hellfire because he did not know Allah. The one raised in these schools do not know Allah, except the one that had mercy. I mean, they went through those schools, most of them are going to be indoctrinated into false teaching, except the few who died and protected. They grow ignorant about Allah, they do not know their creator. They imagine their created body with the image of a human that goes from tree to tree. In their teachings, they go for black more than that. They say Allah is that gardener sitting on the tree, and that policeman in the street of Beirut. Those people assembled on Tuesday with the non-Muslims. You are saved. He facilitated for you, and teaches you that Allah is not like anything. Therefore, praise Allah. Alhamdulillah. العالمين والله تعالى أعلم وأحكم. And Allah Ta'ala knows. There are no questions to conclude. هل إله إلا الله اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم. ربي لي وللمؤمنين والمؤمنات وبارك فيكم. السلام عليكم.